Hey guys, my name is Jack Krieger. I'm going to be the DM for this little game of Dungeons & Dragons that we're going to be playing with the group of the players of Laugh Out Gaming. I'm going to go around really fast and just let everybody introduce themselves. Right here we got Chris.
Hey there, I'm the host.
Why don't you tell us the name of your character that you're going to be playing?
I'm going to be playing Kark for a Hell.
Okay, awesome. Next to him we got Winnie.
Hi, I'm Winnie.
Go ahead and introduce your character.
My character's name is Arenafet Luna.
All right. Over on the other side of the world, we got Jordan.
Hello.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jordan.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm going to be playing Aurelia Hinali.
Okay, and next to her we have Mariah.
Hi, I'm Mariah. I'm playing a character called Eker Corum.
Awesome. We're gonna play just like some very fun, very character-driven D&D. Not very number crunchy, just super fun, super kind of go with the flow. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're a number cruncher, kind of like by the books kind of person, this is maybe gonna drive you crazy, but I hope you can still enjoy it because I'm gonna be a freak. So here we go. So, Chapter 1. Many centuries ago, there was a clan of dwarves renowned for their skills. Their great kingdom was built adjacent to a mine that produced wealth beyond imagination. As they plunged deeper into the earth, it was said that these dwarves found remnants of an ancient and powerful people. As they continued to search into their ruins, they found the objects and artifacts left behind by these people. The story goes that the king of this group of dwarves, named Galgram Shem, acquired one of these objects, and it was of such amazing value and of such pristine power that it drove him mad and caused a division between the dwarves. The king caved in the mines, causing a great lake to flood the mines themselves and killing most of his clan. Him and a small group of his constituents found their way into the treasure vault, where they would lock themselves away and die with the treasure that they would hold dear to themselves. Now, many of the people, or the few people that survived, were scattered across Tanzania, and the rumor of the treasure and of anything of the secrets of the city were lost with them. And this is how it's been for centuries. That is, until a wealthy arena owner by the name of Sinfidel approached one of his most skilled fighters who was very eager for a potential to move up in the world. And that is when we meet Kark. Sinfidel informs you, Kark, that to collect debts that were previously unobtained by an individual, he started collecting items from the man. Of those items that he collected, he found a tome. This tome showed the location of several very powerful and very wealthy or very valuable artifacts scattered among Tanzania. Not only did it show their location, but it also gave hints and clues on how to potentially find them and their locked away power. Now for Sinfidel, this is a very valuable and important tome, but also one that doesn't necessarily belong to him because of his rank and status in society, which is why he has assembled a very small group of individuals that he has found for one reason or another in the capital city of Po, which is where we find the three of you. He's gathered the three of you together for each of you for your individual skills, and has asked Karlik to lead the group, as he's someone that he trusts, as well as someone that he knows that he has a bribing factor over. Karlik. I'm sorry. Garlic over here. He's a vampire. It's a big ruse. So, as you have all met together outside the city gates of Po, it is a beautiful day. The festival of the Gathering of the Kings has just ended, and because of that, several weeks of festival have been filling the town, and it's been a very beautiful and boisterous time in the city. But now that's all calming down. You find yourself outside of the city gates, meeting each other, and you begin your long journey to the northeast. So, at this time, as we are imagining the journey to the northeast, I want you guys to take some time on the road to share some information that you would have shared on the several hour journey that would take you to the Northeast. The road is relatively empty, except for merchants that are mostly traveling to Po and the occasional individuals traveling away from Po. The road is very wide, about wide enough for 2 carts on either side to traverse the road. You guys stay over to the far right, making sure that traffic's allowed to pass through. Every once in a while, a nice cold breeze comes in from the northeast, coming from the mountains that you head towards. It's got this brisk smell of snow, but otherwise, the smell of fields and ripe flowers kind of permeates the area. The world is yours, and I would like you to take this time to not only describe your physical appearance to each other, so you guys know and so the people at home know, but also, like I said, any basic information that you guys would share with each other over the course of a several hour hike. So, the world is yours.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
My name's Karik, and I'm here because I'm part of my community service. I'm a half-orc. I have lived most of my life in a monastery, and I've spent many years in Fight Club. Don't tell anyone I told you that. And
I thought you weren't supposed to talk about it.
Shut up.
A stranger from the woods comes out of nowhere and just takes him out. Tyler Durden senses regards, asshole.
And for those of you who are elves, you probably recognize that my name is Elvish. That's because I was found by an elf, and when he brought me to the monastery, he gave me an Elvish name.
Neat.
Alright. I am not in the carriage. I prefer to walk and stick close to the tree line along. And I am in elf form right now. My name is Arenafet, and I am a druid and a healer.
Ooh. Neat.
Okay.
Alright. Just right on my face. Fuck.
Again, this is only stuff that you would, if you would just remain, and if you would sit there and be silent for the entire walk, you're free to do that. Just give us a brief description of what you would look like.
Well, I am also an elf.
Ooh, pointy ear group.
Yep. I'm a high elf, so I'm a fancy elf of the sorts. And it's a double entendre because I am sitting in the carriage as well, but partially leaning out, smoking out of my wooden pipe.
Yeah, you're just gonna see like very beautiful, like ornate, like it's not like they're like formal gowns, but they're very high quality. But she's kind of just like doing that thing where you like hook your feet on the bottom, and she's like leaning way out, and she's like,
Yeah.
Oh my
like
God, Gandalf!
watching the smoke clouds go,
Like
like,
Gandalf pipe. You
Yep.
Yeah, with the
caterpillar
yeah.
rings going. As they
like
go.
trying to blow shapes, but as you're moving, you're like, damn it.
She's playing
Damn
Tetris
it.
with the smoke shapes.
Yeah.
One thing.
Roll a performance check for me. Roll a performance check for me.
Is that the D20 one?
Yep.
She's gonna get a high score.
With advantage. So go roll twice and tell me which is a higher roll. Because you do this a lot.
5.
Okay. So you are trying to you blow a ring.
It's really windy. It's
Yeah.
not me.
You blow a ring and it's like a perfect ring, but then as soon as you like try to like do that thing where you like blow a line through it, but then the wind kind of just blows and like you see like she's embarrassed by it. She kind of looks around. She goes, "I'm usually much better at that."
Because with the advantage, it's 8. So
Oh, okay. So yeah, it kind of goes through, but it's
a
not.
little wobbly.
You were
But
expecting a little more.
I'm not speaking on the ride though.
One thing I forgot to mention was I do have a small cat-like companion, and she really enjoys trying to catch your smoke rings on the way. So you're entertaining her. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's following behind her with the smoke rings.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the front. I'm polishing my battle axe, looking at it. It's pretty. I can't wait to bash some heads with it pretty soon. Going on a good adventure. I'm a dwarf, by the way. Hi.
You can tell by the size.
Yeah. Wow. Are we compensating for something?
There's always one racist person in every D&D group. There's always that one person.
Yeah. I don't see you have any weapons on you except for your giant hands. Oh my God.
Except for your little hands.
It's all I need, baby.
Okay.
I'm reverse Donald Trump. I got huge hands.
And I'm
I'm
eyeing
gonna tear down all
that.
the walls with my massive hands.
I'm eyeing the familiar in the back, just going, better fucking not go near me.
So much anger in such a little body.
You know, it stays.
Because you're closer to hell.
Yeah.
Who you are?
So yeah.
Okay.
Some dwarfy.
So the journey continues for several hours, and what seems like very little small talk kind of is passed among the individuals. I imagine more sizing up and more kind of passing by. As the elevation starts to slowly increase, you guys start to kind of go up the mountain, and what was once a very wide straight path makes way to a very really maybe just narrow or just wide enough for your guys' cart, and your speed is slowed greatly.
How many creatures are pulling our cart?
Oh, it's just like one large kind of like Clydesdale-like
Gotcha.
size horse. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very slow going. He seems like he's totally got, he doesn't look like he's struggling by any means.
Right.
But you've transitioned from this kind of long, kind of rolling hill road to this tight serpentine kind of like mountain road. Yeah, exactly. And you guys start to venture up, and it's maybe about an hour or so into that mountain road, you guys see the To The L.O.G, which is a massive lake that was believed to have been formed when a great piece of sky iron crashed into the mountain range several decades ago, or several centuries ago, I apologize. And it's a beautiful sight. It's a large craterous lake that actually feeds now, because of massive waterfall, to a river that flows downstream and kind of flows into this larger connection of water that is the Cantot River that kind of flows through the majority of Po, providing majority of the fresh water to Po. So you guys are kind of at the spring for that. You kind of are sitting there eye level with it, and over to your left, where the serpentine path kind of cuts over, you see a large cliff face that drops well over 100 feet, and a massive waterfall that goes down 3 tiers, maybe about 50 feet wide, rushing kind of not Niagara Falls because it's massive, but like that kind of big rushing water hitting a thing, kind of breaking in half, hitting a thing, and then by the end kind of just dribbling down to the bottom. It's glorious, and it's very loud as this sound of and like sea mist kind of fills the area around you. Using the tips that you were given by Sinfidel, you were able to locate an entrance that was actually a smokestack used for the smelting apparatus.
There you go.
Smokestack! Fucking right!
Dude, that's a sick smokestack.
And it's huge. Like, I mean, it's like 20 feet across. So you're just like, wow,
Challenge accepted.
the biggest bong I've ever seen, bro.
4 feet wide, man.
That's essentially this large smokestack that was originally used for the smelting operation deep underground that is completely obscured by deep vines and rocks, and if you didn't know exactly where to look, you would never know. And you guys clear it out, and you slowly descend the long way in. And that is when you start your journey through the mines. So you start down the dark and winding tunnels. These tunnels seem to stretch forever. You walk for several hours, and your footsteps and the slight sound of dripping water is the only thing that is consistent through the halls. The smell of stale and dank air kind of fills the area, and it's kind of hard to even get a full breath, even though you guys are just walking, because it doesn't really feel like there's enough air in this space. There's this ever-present smell of mildew, and you hear every once in a while this like the clitter-clatter of creatures that you aren't able to see. Every once in a while you come into a point where there's a fork, and using again the tips that you were given on this map, you kind of continue to leave, but there's areas where the tunnel has been completely caved in. So you kind of backtrack and work your way around.
I really hope I have this all written down, because with my -1 intelligence, I would not remember all this.
Yeah, I imagine you have all of this written down on a very detailed ledger.
Something legible that I can read.
Speaking of that, actually, you do not have dark vision.
I do.
You do. You have dark vision?
I
Yes.
do.
You have dark vision, you have dark vision. If it was not for that, it would be pitch black in this space. Just to be aware of the mood of this
Cool.
area.
Grateful for that. 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm afraid of the
Stole
dark.
my joke.
Good thing you have dark vision.
So after maybe another hour, maybe hour and a half, you hear at the end of this tunnel. And you see, and it seems like that space where blackness opens up to a void. And as you kind of go, the tunnel ends and it opens up to an immense space. You are now in the Dwarven City. Most of-
Praise Jesus. Oh,
Made it,
yeah.
guys. Good
Thank God
job.
for the dwarf right here.
Most of the structures are nothing but rubble. And scattered around the space, you see hundreds of long decayed bones.
This is a very welcoming place you have here.
Fuck you.
As you travel through the city, though, you do see some structures that exist, and it really lets you guys aware of how ancient this city is and how glorious. Large towers stream together with bridges that extend dozens of feet that kind of baffle the mind of how these heavy stones could be stretched from building to building. And you guys kind of walk through, and there's these areas where there's these large statues of figures that look like they've collapsed. And this expanse, as you look up, your dark vision fades after 60 feet, and this huge hollowed out space.
And you say my race is compensating. Hello.
We like building stuff, okay? We're good at it.
Yeah, apparently.
They pick things up and they put them down.
As you venture through the city, you realize that there is a large stone spire that actually extends well beyond the 60 feet of your guys' dark vision. That's in the very center, or what seems like the center of this structure. And as you start to venture towards it, you see what appears to be, and would stick out to you more than anybody else, as a clear representation of a dwarven stronghold. A castle, if you will. And this sparks it for you. Because the last riddle that the book said was that outside of the castle stronghold, there are two stones that appear to be holding each other like hands. Behind these stones is the entrance, is the secret entrance, once used as an escape route for the treasure vault.
Got it.
What would you all like to do?
I
I
Up
think
in
the
my
dwarf
house.
has something to say.
I think that the dwarf and I should go and try to find this passageway that's near those hands.
I think you're right.
I'm also going to come with you.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Well, shit, I don't want to be by myself in this fucking
Stay here and
carriage.
smoke or something.
But as we pass all these,
I imagine just like Aurelia was like sitting there like in like immense absolute darkness, like in the middle of Horror Nights.
just see
and
that?
like
Smoke.
I was like
Good, I got it. I got the ring. I finally got it.
As they slowly walk away, you just see like the light, the flame of the pipe just getting more and more
stress
frequent.
smoking. Stress smoking.
as we
Why
passed
does it smell like
all of the
vanilla?
buildings,
This is so spooky.
as we passed each of the buildings on the way to the stronghold, I popped in really quickly to see if there were any ancient dwarf tomes that I could take.
Absolutely. So, while we'll just rewind time a little bit. Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
D20,
D20
Yes.
plus your perception.
which is
It'll be on your
sheet.
plus perception. Okay, here I am. Make sure. Plus 3. 6.
Okay. So the structure is mostly in disarray. It became very difficult to discern. Is that a house? Is that a market? Like it was hard. Because of the rubble, it became almost impossible to discern building from building. But you try your luck in a couple of buildings. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
I find something else. Ooh.
16.
Okay.
16 plus.
Plus.
I
don't have anything
Oh,
for
you have nothing for
investigation.
investigation.
Okay. So one of the structures you walk into it's one of the larger structures, and there's a group of pillars that have fallen and have created this kind of like X domino shape that's kind of precariously sitting there. but it seems much larger than what would just be traditionally used as a home. And so you pop your head in and you look around, and it appears that at one point this was some sort of large market or like a bazaar, a space that held several other shops, small shops. And in there you do find some odd, like you see a barrel that is full of some scrolls that have been wrapped up, and you also see a chest that's sitting there that has a large iron lock on it.
So I go through the barrel of scrolls,
Okay.
and I think I find potentially a master blueprint of the stronghold.
That would be nice. But instead what you find is a bunch of information about the buying and selling of grain. Oh, actually, do you speak Dwarvish?
No, but I do.
No.
Nope.
You see paper with a bunch of scribbles on it.
Okay. Okay.
You're not there.
Oh, damn.
Do you want to do anything else?
Yeah, we're in Dwarven City. I gotta find anything written in Elf.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What languages do you speak?
How big is the box? The
The
chest?
chest? It's about a medium-sized travel crate.
Medium-sized travel crate. Because I am pretty strong. I think I'm gonna take the chest with me for now.
Okay. So you pick it up. It's not like an athletics check situation. It's not super heavy. It's more so it's precarious because it's kind of wide. And so you guys are all kind of. She's like, I imagine she's kind of like, hold on a second. Like you kind of, and then you kind of hear it's like clank 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 clank. And then it's like
What you got there?
comes out with his chest.
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out. Can I roll perception to see what, or no, investigation to see what's in the chest?
Well, because there's a large lock on it, you would have to either break the lock or pick the lock to open it.
I can break it for
I can
half the
too.
stuff.
I have
I'm
sleight of
strong.
hand. So could I just lockpick it?
So you'd have to have does your character have thieves' tools?
I do. It looks like the only equipment I have on me is a lover's trinket.
Okay. So mechanically, you'd need...
Oh wait, actually I don't know. Hold on.
It'd be weird.
Oh, these are all the equipment I have.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
It'd be weird.
No, I don't have
Yeah,
thieves'
it'd be
tools.
weird if she did. Mechanically in the game, you need lock-picking tools to pick it.
It would be weird if all I had was a lover's trinket. I would have a lot of questions.
That
for
would be really weird.
No clothes. No clothes.
I do have. Oh, that's just proficiencies. That's not something that I have, right?
Sorry, the number threw me
That's
off
something
because
you
it's like
know.
right
Yeah.
next to.
But she does have
Yeah.
thieves' tools, so she potentially could pick it for you,
Wait, what is it?
She could pick it, but I could break the lock.
or he could break the lock.
Oh.
I'll let you break the lock for not for half, but for a quarter of what's in there.
I get second pick of what's in there.
Deal.
All right.
Athletics check.
All right. Don't worry, I'm good at that.
While they're dealing with the chest, can I go explore in that area she was just in to see if there's any herbs or mushrooms and stuff lying around? Yes, I have 3 nature.
Great. So why don't you roll a? Go ahead and roll a an investigation check for me with advantage.
Which one is that?
A D20 plus your advantage, or plus your investigation. I apologize.
So 12.
Okay.
And then my
Oh,
investigation.
roll it one more time. Sorry, because you have advantage, so you can take the higher of the two.
Oh, so 15. So then that was for investigation?
Yep.
So it puts my investigation at 18.
Great. Hold right there.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I got a 13 altogether.
Okay. So
But,
you.
I mean, it's an old lock. Could I possibly get advantage for that?
I won't say that you get advantage because of the lock, but you slam into it and it like you see it break, but it still binds, and you can tell with very little work, essentially just like a kick, it's coming right off.
Okay. So, like, I really did damage to this thing. This thing's about to pop off.
Yeah, you could rip it off, basically.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I did my job.
Yeah. So you see him kind of just clang as he does it, like breaks it, and then you kind of grab onto it and you use just like another big strip of strength. Just kind of rip it off.
Mm-hmm.
As you open it up, you see that there's a lot of broken glass in here. So there was obviously stuff in here at some point, but it's broken. 2 things are not broken. One of them is a very large vessel that's shaped kind of like this. And in it, it has this like glowing red. Like when you open it, it like Ark of the Covenant style. Like it kind of just like radiates in this dark space, this red color. It's very beautiful, and the glass seems very thin. So the fact that it's not broken is interesting. You also find a metal container that is kind of shaped like a lantern that has a lid on it that looks like it can be opened and closed. And as you smell it, it stinks. Like it smells like nasty. And as you open up the top, the inside of it is full of herbs.
I'm fine with
I'm not
either.
around, though.
Figure that out among yourself.
Where am I currently?
I don't know. Where are you currently?
I could use
I love stinky stuff.
Close behind them.
but I could use
Them?
the herbs later.
Take something.
You can definitely be
I wanna
watching
know
this.
what that
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah,
Energy is.
Okay,
Potions,
absolutely. So yeah,
anything.
I imagine you're kind of behind them being like,
But I could find. But I have an
pretending
herbalism
like
kit, so I can
sharpen
look
Yeah.
at things
my
anyway.
bad
Just-
I'm gonna keep
Um,
pushing.
You're all right.
so you got 17 or 18.
All right.
15
18.
plus. Okay.
So where
So
would I
you
write this? Just
walk around and
Yeah,
you
you
spot
put it wherever
two
you want,
things
wherever
that
you're-
stand out
wherever
to
you're
you
comfortable. You can write
very,
here. This is just
very
open
feel like I have the
clearly.
potion.
Okay.
There are two kinds of mushrooms.
Oh.
Both that only grow underground. One kind of mushroom you recognize right away as Damus mushrooms. Damus mushrooms are very, very potent and are very, very potent in the sense that they are poisonous.
Yeah.
But
As soon as you said Damus, I had a feeling they were bad.
yeah, but have a very small potential, if processed in the right way, to offer. You're proficient with medicine or nature?
Mm-hmm.
Are you proficient with medicine?
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll a nature check for me.
15.
So that would give me an 18.
Okay, so you would know that if processed the proper way, these Damus mushrooms have been said for wizards and warlocks to offer glimpses into the future. The other mushrooms you find, but with that roll you aren't sure what they are. They are large. They're about that big, small saucer plate or whatever, and they are bright yellow, and they have both white and other kind of like mustardy yellow dots. They're very like moist and like they're very. We don't like word. Are you a moist
What?
person?
No, stop.
Ooh, moist. They're also like.
Why'd you say it like that, man? Stop!
You know what she also doesn't like? Herbs.
Well, that's because that's the wrong way to say
Thank
it.
you.
That's different. Moist is actually like a word that existed. Herbs is like Cool Whip. Or like I can't even say it wrong.
Watch our Resident Evil playthrough. I bugger the hell with that.
Herbs.
Herbs.
Herbs. It just sounds so
See,
unnatural.
this is what happens when you're illiterate, though, is you don't say things how they're written. You
If
just say them how they're
if you
supposed
say
to.
herbs with a hard H, like you it sounds like your breath is gonna be bad.
Herbs.
Your breath is just heavy and hot.
But Jordan,
It's like that SpongeBob episode.
But Jordan, that's what heard.
Ew.
There's not even an H in that word.
You take. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right.
Um,
I'm getting mad.
But
for
they're
no reason.
they're very meaty. Like there's steak mushroom, like big pork belly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I take both of them.
Yeah, pick them. Yeah, okay.
Put them in my satchel.
Yeah. Go ahead and write down that you have.
Where do I write this down at on here?
Wherever you want.
Yeah, wherever you want, really.
Okay.
Wherever you want.
you-
Wherever you'll feel comfortable.
Yeah, you found 3 of the mushrooms that you cannot identify, and you found 2 of the Dennis mushrooms. Did you guys get that settled out?
Oh, yes.
I kept the red potion.
I
Okay.
take the smelly herb lantern.
Okay.
While they're discussing it about things they want to take,
Uh-huh.
can
Can
I
you just hit
stealthily
him for
walk up?
saying the word herb wrong?
No. I'm gonna play nice right now. Kind of, not really. Can I use my stealth to walk up behind her and take her?
You want to try to do it from her?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So roll stealth for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my god, already starting out.
Oh shit.
That's
I got a 3, but I also have 4 for stealth.
Okay, so 7?
7.
Yeah. So you ding. It's like Pink Panther.
Oh,
It's like
chainmail.
ding, 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 and it's like, I mean, your passive perception is 13. So like, it is like she thinks that it's like when you're at night and you're trying to creep around your house, but everything you fucking do sounds
I'm a
so
dwarf.
loud.
I'm a dwarf. I'm a
that
dwarf.
doesn't affect
you
your
know?
stealth.
Could I
No.
also have
No.
said? Could I had also have said that my my tiny creature alerted me as to somebody sneaking up to
that
me?
thing.
Now it's going to be an
Dang, I keep
ability that
forgetting about it.
the
Oh,
creature would give
Because
you.
he's like still by me.
So
he didn't
we wouldn't actually, we couldn't, if you could train it to do that, but without any skills, it wouldn't.
Okay.
But clear as day,
Avoid
you
the
hear
wall.
her.
Okay.
Plus
She's
the
like-
cat is a part of our group because it's her pet, so it's not like she's gonna alert you of the dwarf that we've been traveling with.
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
true.
time anyway.
Fair enough.
She's
But I
just
mean,
gonna be like, what the fuck
she
is
thinks
this?
she's
Why is
like,
he sneaking?
it's like,
It's a game. She's sneaking beside him.
yeah, exactly. She's, and so you see her clear as day.
And I just turn around.
Hi. I just want to make sure you were okay.
So, and can I turn around and hit her, like bop her on the head with my quarterstaff?
You absolutely can.
So I turn around and I bop her on the head with my quarterstaff.
Ah, god damn it.
Do you take
Fuck,
it,
I want
or do you try
someone
to?
to-
Do you take it, or do you try to move out of the way?
I'm just gonna move out of the way. I'm
Okay,
gonna,
so roll attack.
Roll an attack.
Yeah.
God damn it.
She's not even the one that has
4.
4 plus 4.
So 8.
So yeah, you go to bop her on the head, and she kind of ducks out of the way.
She's got the
Around
potion.
her, I left. Like, I
Like,
went
ha
Like, good try. But you caught her in. So go ahead and write. You kept the potion.
Yes, I did.
Go ahead and write for yourself because you don't know what it is right now. Write large dwarven potion,
Large dwarven potion.
and you go ahead and write.
I have Herb's lantern smelling.
Perfect. Perfect.
Just say the word right. Like, just say it right. One time. Just say the word herb correctly.
Say cool. Say the word with. That's a cool with.
Yeah, see that's the bit I'm going with right
Say
now.
her. Now say herbs. Now say herbs.
Look, my character has a -1 intelligence. All right, I'm allowed to be illiterate.
My character's flaw is that I can't say the word herbs.
So
is there anything else you guys want to do?
You just said the word herbs, explaining that you couldn't say the word herbs.
Damn
could I
it. Negate.
Damn it, they found out.
roll perception to scan the area to see if there's any type of formable library that could potentially tell me what this potion is?
Walking through the city, that was what your perception was originally, was to
Was it
see
everything?
if any of the buildings jumped out to you on the way,
Okay.
and none of them did.
Okay.
Except
It,
Okay,
it
gotcha.
would also be all in
Yeah.
Dwarven anyway.
Fair
So.
enough, okay.
As you're like, I think I'm gonna go find a library, and then like,
And I get there and I'm like, oh.
Carl looks at you, and goes, "You don't speak books."
God damn.
And the two people who do, one tried to steal from you and the other one is dicking off looking for
I don't know where you are.
Yeah, nobody knows where I'm at. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm just looking
Yeah,
around.
Ariella just like literally comes back, and she's just got like a bundle full of files.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And I imagine still just like,
I'm still stress smoking.
yeah, oh yeah. Like I don't want to smoke one of these mushrooms, but I'm going to.
Guys, I don't know what these three big ones are, but we're gonna figure it out. Oh, there's 3 of you. Let's play a game.
You gonna learn today. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
No, I want to
Discover.
I want to take the dwarf
Let's
up there.
go.
You and me.
I'm following.
Yeah.
We will gladly hold hands the entire way.
So I'll say the two of you.
I have to hold my
You can choose how you want to do this. One of you roll an investigation looking for the. What do you guys like?
I think you should look at your investigation before you do that and decide who has the better one.
Right.
I have.
Well, can we just look together?
What I'm gonna do is give you whoever has the highest. I'm gonna give you advantage.
Okay, I have -1.
I have +1. Hi.
So, boom. So what? So you guys are walking up together. The two of you guys are kind of just staying back. I imagine.
Yeah.
Kind of. You're like kind of flipping like.
While they're investigating, I use my ability to turn invisible so they don't know that I'm following them.
Nerd.
Oh.
Because I was gonna suggest, like, since they're investigating anyway, you have that scroll that's in Dwarvish. I speak Dwarvish. I can translate it for you. Ooh.
You're cool.
Unless you want.
I'm gonna stay back and do that.
Don't-
I want you to translate the scroll.
Don't fight the party just yet. I mean,
Well, I didn't say I was gonna fight.
She's just trying.
I just don't want you to. I just don't want you to know that I'm there.
It's true.
Okay, then I'll stay back. I'll stay back and have her help me translate the scroll.
What are you telling her to look for?
there is a passage somewhere behind these hands. It used to be an escape hatch. We need to find that.
So go ahead and roll an investigation with advantage, looking for these two rocks that look like a hand.
17!
Yeah.
18!
I mean, was that with advantage?
Yeah, that's 18 total.
Oh, okay.
So as you guys start to walk around and start to kind of venture up, you guys start to get closer and closer to the stairs that lead up to the stronghold. And it's at that moment that you spot it. Clear as day. It's so obvious. It's like, it's kind of annoying that you didn't see them before. But there's these two boulders that just look like boulders, but when you come around the back side of them, there's like very strange, very weathered carvings of that look like hands that are holding on to each other.
Thank you.
You translate you look at the scrolls, and this is what you see.
Oh. We can't know. We can't know. Can't know evil, speak no evil.
Cool.
It's so hot in here.
Ooh, hot breath. Was it?
No! Don't do it! No!
Was it waste? Was that so weird? Did it do like half of the effect?
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
Oh.
30 minutes in, I'm leaving the feed.
You haven't even gotten to the
table
bottom
over.
yet. I'm already getting pissed.
Huh?
It was breathy.
It was breathy. So you guys have found this object. You guys gonna go back to
It
the
just
party?
tickled.
I want to once I can see them. I see the two people in the back. I say,
Yell.
I'm like, hey guys, we found it. This way.
Okay, so you're a little ways away. So you shout out to them like, hey guys, this way.
Way
But
to
dir-
shout underground. That seems like a terrible idea.
There's a cave.
But directly at them.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not out and about. It's directly towards them.
And
I'm projecting it
waving,
at them.
Going like this. Like,
Right.
hey guys.
And as he does that, it does echo slightly, kind of just like resonate through the area.
Yeah.
And it's at that moment that you guys hear.
Did you forget about the critters earlier when we first got in the cave? Was I the only one who remembered the
You
creepy
guys hear
noises?
the overturning of rocks. You guys hear this.
Yeah. Yeah. Ariella didn't forget.
I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Oh, I know! Here we go!
I don't even know where we're fighting yet.
Okay.
Which one is the initiative?
Really fast. Hold on. Let me just flip this over just so we can.
11.
We need to clear the
Oh,
clear the map.
clear it.
Oh god,
Clear.
here we go. Here comes the big moment.
Oh god, I'm
Oh,
terrified.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I apologize. My art skills are mediocre at best.
No.
Oh boy.
Can I put my...
So, the two of you
Yeah.
are over here.
Great.
Wait, the two of them?
The two of them.
Okay.
And the two of you guys are somewhere in this general vicinity.
Oh, I'm right by the little pillars because
Yep.
I just came out of that building.
So, really fast.
If I'm looking at them, I'd be over here more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really fast, just so you guys have an idea of what is going on, because I'm not the greatest artist. Back here, where there's blank, this was essentially what you can't see, because this is inside the Dwarven Stronghold. These are large pillars that stretch up like about 20, 30 feet. Anything that are striped here on the ground are places where the pillars have fallen and have broken. This is a bunch of rubble, and these structures are like what look like homes that some of them have bridges, like sky bridges about 10 feet up that go to other structures. These things and stuff like that are rocks. Yeah? Makes sense?
Cool job.
Okay.
Of all the prep work we did, we broke the one rule. We split the party.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. First things first. Karik, can I get your initiative, please?
Oh, correct. Sorry. Oh, sweet Jesus. I have a 20.
All right.
Ooh, out of the gate.
Uh,
Oh, fuck.
Arenafet.
Arena.
Arenafet. I gotta put T's on here. Arenafet, what is your initiative?
It is 8.
8. Good work on that one, girl. Ariella.
Yeah.
14.
14. And Iker?
5.
5.
Damn.
Wow.
This is going to be interesting.
You
Our
think?
tank That's very low initiative.
It's a good thing I have you with me for this brief moment.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You realize that the healer is with me, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. So the people with the 2 lowest initiative. Oh no, Chris has the highest.
So-
I got 20.
You hear,
Got 20.
and as you hear this kind of sound of rocks falling, as I will say, the 2 of you guys see coming out of this structure, boop, 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 3 goblins appear. Short, stout, with gnarled teeth. You can like barely see them because they hold a small glowing torch that dangles from one of their sides that illuminates them as they come out. And just kind of like, do any of you guys speak Goblin?
No.
Nope.
So they just kind of like, and they just point, and you see them kind of gesture and move forward you. Top of the round.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm actually curious how they're gonna react when they see 2 groups of enemies. So what I'm gonna do is
Yeah, right now it does not seem like they are aware of you.
of us.
Of you two, yes.
Over here.
Oh.
You're hiding. You're behind.
Yeah,
the stairs and stuff.
this platform is about this platform is about 10 feet up in the
So
air.
there's stairs and everything.
And
So we
then
can't
this
even see
pillar
them.
is,
But you guys.
They can't see you either.
yeah, you can hear them, but you are not aware of their exact location.
And I'm sure you hear us exclaiming.
Yeah, I
when you see
mean,
them.
they probably, I imagine you guys made a little bit of noise when you saw them, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Could even though the staircase is here, can I move right to here and still be able to see them?
Absolutely, yeah, I'd say really if you got to
Join you.
there, you'd be able to peer like right over the staircase.
5.
Yep.
Okay. So I have a little bit of cover for if they want to do range.
Yeah, you have
shit.
about half cover right now, yeah.
Right. And I would actually like to pull off a feature that I have.
Okay.
I am going to use my Radiant Sunbolt.
All right.
All right. So this is a ranged attack of 30 feet of Ki Blast that comes straight out of my hands.
Okay.
And I actually get to do 2 of these on my turn. So huzzah.
Huzzah in circumstance, huzzah.
All right. So yeah. So here we go.
I'm just changing this out because it'll be easier for me to discern them.
Right. So I got 13 for the first one.
13.
And I guess because they don't know I'm coming, advantage maybe?
Yeah, I'll definitely give you advantage because they are unaware of your presence right now. Absolutely.
Right. 14.
14 just hits.
Good. All right, so that's that's 5 damage.
All right. So as it's a
It's a Ki Blast, so literally like a bolt of force damage just flies out of my fingers.
okay. So as you guys kind of like just
Oh,
kinda-
it's radiant damage. Excuse me.
awesome. So you kind of just and it was how much damage? I'm sorry.
It is. It says 1d4. Oh yeah, but I use my dexterity. Oh yeah. Okay, so it is 5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Yes.
And which one of these is it on?
Oh, the closer one.
The one with the spear. Okay.
Yeah. And I would like to shoot my second bolt.
Okay, go for it.
Die! 7.
7 misses.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys hear what sounds like a small sonic boom as the room kind of like lights up with energy as this well, I imagine it's blue for you. I'm guessing.
Oh no, it's green.
Oh, it's green.
My aura is green.
Toxic green or like forest green?
Forest green.
Yes, this like beautiful kind of radiant green fills the space and then dies out immediately as it kind of flies forward and slams into this guy, and you just hear, or into this goblin, you hear he's like, "Gah!" And then he tries for a second time as he sends the chi blast forward, and this time he wises up and is able to duck out of the way.
Shit.
Is that your turn? That's your action, bonus action?
That is, yeah, that's my turn right now.
Okay. Ariella, you're up.
Okay. So they see me in.
It seems like they are aware of your
Arena
presence.
Fest.
Yes.
Well, since they are aware of us, I guess I'm going to cast a spell. There was one that I saw earlier I really wanted to do.
Magic missile.
Well, I was thinking of the ray of frost.
Okay.
Because it'll slow them down, so that way if they do start moving towards us, they can't get to us quickly.
Yes.
And technically it's a cantrip, so it's not going to eat up a lot of my mana.
Right. Yes, and you are aware that like the day is young, you know. So don't choose like chew all
Right.
your stuff up.
So I know it takes, if it hits, it'll take a 1d8 cold damage,
Okay.
and their speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yes. So you got to make a ranged spell attack for me first.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d20 plus at the top of your spell sheet. It should be like +5.
Yeah, it's +5.
Yeah.
Where would I find that?
It'll be at the very top of that sheet.
Oh, like where it...
It'll be right there.
Okay, yeah. So that'll put me at 13.
13 just misses. So as you like kind of summon up this like kind of orange and yellow energy among yourself, and you send it forward, and this beam of energy kind of casts forward, and it like hits around them, but it like slides right past them. Is it half as much on a or no? It's if it misses, it misses.
Yeah.
So the spell just
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's a frost spell.
Yep.
So like if it doesn't hit them, it just makes a patch of ice on the ground, basically.
So as the beam of like kind of bluish yellow or the reddish yellowish energy kind of goes, they're just able to duck out of the way before you're
Right.
able to hit them. Do you want to do that was your action? Do you want to do bonus action or movement?
I guess for my movement, actually, yeah. I guess for my movement, I'm just gonna move closer towards them.
Okay, great. So you have 25 movement, correct, or 30?
My speed is 30.
Great. Where would you like to move?
Well, I actually kind of wanna.
Go ahead and move yourself. Feel free.
How far am I allowed to move myself?
These are all 5-foot squares.
So 6 spaces.
Okay, so.
10,
15.
15.
How much do the stairs cost for?
Same thing.
25, 30. So I'm basically on the stairs. Like I'm trying to make my way up there with
Yep.
the rest of the
So
party.
and you kind of just like cast the energy out from your hands and then just start to run up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. That's your turn. It's gonna be this dude with the spear's turn.
Yeah.
He is going to move. Actually, he's going to step over here. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to, he has a short bow that he pulls out from over his shoulder, and he's gonna take the shot over at the magic user.
Damn.
Natural 1. So he's gonna, as he kind of runs, he trips over a piece of rubble, and just like the arrow goes, and you hear it fly over your head and just stick into the wall. Okay.
Bitch!
It's gonna be this guy's turn. He's gonna run up, and you're just gonna hear him like kind of in like a condescending, like if you could speak Goblin, it sounds like he's being like whack. He kind of just runs up and he's like, and it's like 10,
Whack.
15, 20, 25, 30, and he's actually gonna try to take an attack on you.
Yes, thank you!
So you are at half cover.
Oh, please, I dare you to hit me.
18 plus 2, so 20.
With half cover, what's the bonus there?
It's just that's with the disadvantage.
Oh, I'm at 14 armor class.
Okay, so that hits.
Yes, tell me the damage, because I actually have a reaction for that.
Great. 1 second. The damage is 4 points.
All right. Well, I have deflect missile.
Okay.
So I get to roll d10 out of my dexterity modifier and my monk level to reduce the damage, and if I reduce it to 0, I can send the missile back at him.
Yep, absolutely.
But with my dexterity modifier and my monk level, I'm already at 5.
Perfect. So the arrow flies towards you, and you literally just grab it, and then it's like, but it's you don't grab it and stop it. You like grab it, boo, and like throw it like a shuriken forward in there,
Hell yeah.
Yes.
and it acts as a ranged spell attack
Yes, it is.
with
So-
proficiency because you're throwing it like a monk weapon.
Correct. So 1.
Oh no!
Do I get advantage?
Tell me why.
Because that was a really badass. He turned left.
I get advantage because I didn't even need fate to stop that arrow.
Okay, I'll give you advantage on it.
All right.
All right.
I can turn left.
So 14.
14 just hits, and that's exactly what it is. He catches it and goes, I turned left. It was so inspired.
Hell yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage.
It's
A school for monks who need to turn left better than they can turn right. Really good.
The damage would be like the same as my martial arts.
The same as your it would be the weapons damage.
Oh, so what's the weapons damage?
Well, 1d6. 1d6.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So 3 plus my dexterity modifier.
Yeah,
2.
same as
So 5.
5 points of damage, and you threw it at the same person.
You bet.
Yeah, you have no choice.
It took a key point. It took the key point to do, but I did it.
And what was the damage? I'm sorry.
The damage was 5.
5.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, and it kind of flies. He shoots it, and he looks at the guy, he's like, and then he shoots it, and it just kind of, as the arrow kind of comes back at him.
Oh, thanks.
These goblins didn't necessarily know that they were going to fight actual people. Sorry.
I see you're all alike. You're all bitches.
Arena Fest.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, first order of business, I order my little creature to go hide in that barrel where the scrolls are.
Okay, well that's actually a little ways away, but you're here,
Oh.
and there's plenty of rubble right here. That's like
Okay, well then she
safe.
goes, I tell her to go hide.
Yeah, so you kind of just pull her out and you kind of just put her.
Like, go hide.
She kind of just like jumps out. And like,
Okay, cool. So she's hiding, so I don't gotta worry about her. Are there any animals like rats or bats in this cave?
You've seen them periodically. I'll say normally this would be an action to do the investigation, but right now I'll say this is a bonus action because this is a quick scan. So go ahead and do an investigation for me.
Which is
D20 plus your investigation.
okay. Which I don't have any. 13.
You can see and like hear, or you don't see. You hear the scuttering of creatures, but you don't like see. It's not like a rat.
Because part of my character can talk to animals, so I was gonna call out and see if there were any rats or bats available that could aid us in this battle.
You can call out and they might listen.
So that would be an action.
That would be your action.
Or just go up and punch that bitch.
I could.
Keep in mind, rats and bats tend to not be the best fighters.
Okay. But I was thinking of like
Unless
the
they're in a
Pied Piper,
swarm.
like a bunch of them, like swarming.
Which would be fucking badass.
That would be.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my movement just to test my abilities. So I want to move and hide behind these pillars.
Okay, yeah, so you kind of just jump over.
Yeah, I kind of just hide behind the pillars,
Yep.
and I call out to the bats and rats to see if any of them would like to swarm these lovely goblins that annoy them.
Roll an animal handle for me.
Which is D20.
D20.
D20, and
Plus
then
animal handling.
plus 5. 17.
Literally,
22.
You're like, oh.
Snow fucking white.
And it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, but no, my character, I want it to be like Whisper. Like,
oh, so it's like. What's really funny is I imagine it's like a dog whisper. Like you kind of sit there and you're like.
like so I want it to be like more of like a mental.
But yeah, exactly. But it just like rings out throughout the entire area.
Because I don't like echolocation type thing. Because I don't want the goblins to know that I'm signaling.
And you hear. And it starts to get loud. It starts to get like really loud and obnoxious. And from all over, like literally, you just see like rat.
Like just completely swarming.
Yeah, they're just like they're just like all around them, and they're just like ah! They're just like climbing up their body. Rat.
That's awesome.
I hope these rats don't turn on us.
I just want to chop
No,
them
they're my
and eat
friends.
them.
I've spoken
I wanna
to
eat them.
They're friends.
This
I
one,
want to chop their little heads off.
you
and eat them
see, as soon as it happens, he goes, I hate rats! And he's like, and he's just like freaking out. He's just like putting he looks terrified. Okay.
I hope he drops his weapons.
All right, good turn. Is there anything else? That was your action and bonus action and most your movement. You have a little bit more movement if you'd like it. Otherwise, that's a turn.
I'm gonna stick behind my little
Cover
right there.
Okay, perfect. This guy is going to just step 5'10", and he's going to take a shot on the magic user on the stairs.
What the fuck?
Sucks to be
Not seen
powerful.
any battle
But he's
yet.
only gonna roll. He's gonna roll a 6, so he's gonna shoot the arrow, and it's gonna again just fly right over your shoulder.
You're just like, God damn it.
Like I'm so high right now. Are these
Yeah.
actually missing me?
She only hears it whizzing by. She's still enjoying the show of the rats all like.
I
I'm
have-
just watching the stairs. I'm like, cool.
I have this like really kind of amazing image of like a smoke trick where you're like blow this huge cloud, and the arrow like kind of cuts through the cloud, and you're just like.
She's
It's
like
like from fucking Scooby-Doo. I like take a knife and I'm like cutting a circle out and popping it through. I'm like,
Yep, pull the donut. Yep, exactly.
open the door. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. And close the door. Just like, do not disturb.
Wall of smoke.
I can make a vape cloud like that. I can totally do that.
I love that.
Vape Nation, bro. Vape Nation.
Iker, you're up. I'm sorry. That's his whole turn. Iker, you're up.
I want to get closer and see what the fuck's going on. So I'm like, what's going on? Like,
What's happening?
am I missing all the fun?
You're
Damn
just hearing like
it.
rats and yelling, and you're just seeing like the cave is lighting up.
Oh my god damn it,
Hey, burst
guys.
of light.
Anyone kill anything
Hey,
yet?
burst of light.
Like,
She just sees like a
someone
bunch of
drop some things up. And, like,
She's standing there and she just sees like a whole bunch of rats run by her. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck,
This is the
man?
weirdest day ever.
Can they
Yeah,
just, can the
I'm
rats
the tank
she's,
here.
she's little. Can
I
they
am
technically
tank
just carry
here.
her?
Yeah,
Just lay
the
down.
one picks me up and just starts running. He's like, I got you. I got you.
That's what does it for you though, is the rats.
That's well, the idea of like a rat, like a,
rat
crowd
army.
surf. Yeah, like a little
Army.
Either that or like rat Jesus, just like appear like oh.
Rat Jesus.
I don't know. That's what's going on in my brain. So,
Oh, I'm Mouse Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. Oh, good old Jesus.
boy.
Oh, that's canonical now.
Here to forgive you for your sins, pal.
Oh God, or not really is what's going on. Anyway, okay, you have 25 movement. What would you like to do?
I want to.
ass.
Yeah, I kind of want to kick some fucking ass, man.
Kick
I'm
some
like,
ass. You have 25 movements, little legs.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Little legs.
5. You can go
Yep.
here.
good. I'm going next to you. What's up,
Sweet.
man?
Do you have any ranged spell attacks? Or
I
ranged
do.
attacks?
Yeah, I do. I have a crossbow.
Yep. So that will definitely. Hit.
Definitely. Yeah, and I also have I have like athletics, and I have.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So you
Yeah.
you kind of run upward like ching ching ching, and like pulling out the crossbow, and you kind of like mount up. It's like you kind of like drop down to a knee, and you go ahead and take the shot.
I love how we do the sound effects for the
10
chain skirt when she's
plus
running, but when she was
14.
sneaking up on you, it's just like ching,
Ding
ching,
ding
ching.
ding.
14.
Ding. 14 just hits. Who are you? Which one are you attacking?
The guy with the fucking spear. I'm sick of him already.
Okay.
Should be almost done by now.
Yeah, I loosened him.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely got a hit on him. Yeah.
Getting your fucking rat army is just like
Okay. So
driving in
roll
the
a hit.
darkness.
Oh, what did you already roll? You
Oh,
did.
yeah, I
Give
got
us a roll for
14,
damage.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So not the. So
Oh,
it should be
that-
the D8, D6.
D8.
Date. Damage.
Yeah, D8 plus 2.
One-handed. Masturbate. We had this whole
Fuck
talk earlier.
me.
Double shake weight.
That's gonna be a total of 3.
Total of 3 damage. Okay. As the bolt goes and it slams into his shoulder, as he kind of like goes to just like scrape off rats from him, it slams into his shoulder.
I'm gonna use
You got a bonus action.
Yeah, I
girl?
do action. Fucking bonus. I have action surge.
Absolutely. So if you use action, so
Yeah.
as you kind of flex in and you're able to do it again. Keep in mind your crossbow is a reloadable weapon,
Okay.
so it'll cost you an action to load it.
Okay.
So
What action?
I just stay back. Action surge is super huge.
so essentially your action, you'd waste your action loading.
Oh.
And you have to wait till your next turn. to
Can
activate.
Can I use second wind?
So the bonus.
Second one is how you heal yourself.
Oh yeah, same thing. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, never mind then. Damn.
So is the bonus shot actions under our class features?
Your spells and other features may ask you for a bonus action.
Or
Yeah, like I
saving
said, a lot of
throws, can I do
times
that?
at low levels, bonus actions kind of fall to the wayside, and it's something that you gain at higher levels because it's kind of like I've learned how to be in combat that I can do this and that, you know.
I only ask because I have things like blade slinging and then arcane recovery and ritual casting. And then I also have something called Fey Ancestry, which has an advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Yes,
I imagine
those are
it's
things that'll
save.
just come into play like if you're getting
Okay.
affected by things.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna stay back.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not gonna go any closer. There's 2 against me right now.
Baby, stay back.
I don't want to get next to rats. Sorry. Cool. So that's your turn.
Yep.
Awesome.
Goblins,
There.
they get
Yes.
If I have the ability to
right
turn
now.
into different animals, if I turn into an animal, I can speak with that animal? Like we can understand each other?
No, because you maintain the same mental capability.
Gotcha.
But you can speak with animals always.
Yeah,
true,
yeah,
true,
that's
true.
true. That's something racially.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Top of the round, Carly.
I was thinking more like a door.
Top of the round, garlic.
All right. Why does everyone get my name right? I don't smell bad.
But they called you garlic in school.
Could I jump up? Like, can I move up
Yeah,
here?
it's about 5 feet over you. So
Okay.
especially if you just moved one over and up, you can kind of whoop.
Yeah, 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Yep.
possibly. Yeah.
You're adjacent to him. Yeah.
Heck yeah! I'm gonna
Diagonal
slice.
planes and shit exist, man.
I'm gonna slice this guy in the neck.
You gonna try?
Yeah.
What happened to not killing people, Monk?
That'd
That went out the
be
window really
11.
fast.
11 misses. So you're swinging and you're like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to kill people.
I'm like, damn it! I keep messing with the sword, and I just go and punch him in the mouth.
You do like Warriors of Virtue style, where you like turn at the last minute and you just like hit him with it.
Yeah.
You know that movie with the kangaroos?
16.
16 definitely is.
All right, I'm gonna punch this bitch.
Okay.
3.
So as you swing and you miss with the sword, but then you drive in with an elbow right across his jaw, and you just like hit his like gnarled goblin teeth. You just like clack him right in here, and you kind of just hear like.
Good. Good.
3, you said?
Yeah, a whopping 3.
All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, because I've learned that I spent a little too much ki for the beginning.
Okay.
So yeah.
Great. Ariella?
Ariel.
Oh, Ariella, sorry.
That's me. Okay.
Did you guys mean for your names to be like strangely similar?
No,
No.
this is actually an old World of Warcraft name.
Oh, that's
of
right,
mine.
that's right.
Yeah, guys, I was gonna go with.
Yeah, this is World of Warcraft.
Right. It's so funny because it's like
Yeah.
Ariella
I use it
and
for
then
my dwarf too.
Arena
Yeah.
Fit. It's like they're not the same.
Well, I
You guys
guess
could definitely be
technically-
like.
Yeah, we're both elves, so
Right.
it makes sense. And I guess mine's technically pronounced like Aurelia or whatever, but she was an old elf character of mine because my other go-to name is Wistia, but she was a human mage, so it wouldn't fit very well with.
I imagine you guys like sitting at each other like, are you like from the house of Aurelia Faye? Like, do you have like a cousin named like Bailey of
Are you from House Canali? Like, I have a cousin that was in a sorority with a House Canali. But really, like, I'm just the stoner elf of my family, so I'm just like, go away. I just start getting nervous again. So since there's 3 of these shitheads left, and like I'm kind of over it, and there's just like rats everywhere, and honestly, I really want to get back to these mushrooms I found. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cast magic missile and just be fucking done with it.
Dope.
So
You're
we
gonna
should
do
do
one on
this.
each again like you did last
Yeah,
time?
we're gonna
Okay.
do one on each again like we did during the
Wipe
practice
these
round. So
motherfuckers
boop.
out.
Oh no, you don't have to roll the d20 because it
Just
automatically
kidding.
hits, even though that was a great roll.
Thank you. I just wanted to let
It's
everyone
always
know.
shitty when you're
I
like,
mean,
oh, I just rolled a d20. It's like, oh, you were supposed to roll a d6.
well, hey, it's just me letting you know. I mean, business, guys. Like
Right.
the roll I didn't even need.
So roll 3 d4s, eat 1 for each missile, and then plus 1 to each.
4.
So 5. So do you want to do boop, boop, boop? How do you want to do this?
Badass.
Like which order?
To start with, well,
Fucking guy with the
This guy
spear.
looks the most damage.
I know. I'm sick
This
of
guy
him.
has the second most damage.
so this is the least damage character.
Actually, technically, these two look the same. This guy looks fairly damaged.
So since these two are the same, I'm gonna go ahead and knock him out and just
Okay.
get him out of the way.
Hopefully.
So you have
hopefully,
all
like
3
a
on him?
minion.
No, just the one.
Okay, great.
First hit.
So the first
For
hit's
the
on him,
first
so that's
hit.
5. Boom! Just like slams into him. Okay, roll the second one. Oh, actually, yeah, okay, roll the second one.
Yeah, that's 3.
So
That's
3, and that's
3,
on
too.
this one.
Yep.
Okay. And then this one.
It's a 3.
4.
Nice
top.
rolls.
Thanks.
So, boom, boom, boom! Again, this like kind of like yellow and red energy fills this dark space. It's kind of weird and eerie because as it happens, it's like fireworks in the night where it kind of illuminates the silhouette of far off.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta
buildings
think like
and-
I'm super naturey and shit, so it really is just like different shades, like greens, golds, and like.
Yeah, I imagine it like I imagine like as the impact happens, it's like a sunset. Like
Yeah.
it's like the blast of a sunset. And as the smoke clears, you see this one is dead on the ground, and this one sits on its knee, kind of like, and is kind of coughing up blood into
Meal
its hand.
for my rat.
What are we looking at with this guy over here? That
He's also
Garlic
looking.
is fighting.
He's like he looks like he's on the edge of death. He is bloodied.
okay.
The person whose turn it was is now dead. It's now this guy's turn, and he's going to look at his dead comrade and still be hitting off the rats, and he's just gonna say, "Yes!" And he's just gonna turn, and he's just gonna start to run.
Yes, my
And then he's gonna use a double. He's gonna use his action to dash, and he's gonna disappear. This one was the one that was holding the lantern.
Wait, before he's off the map, though, can I technically do one of those other action things?
You have a bonus action.
The bonus action?
Do you want to use your bonus action?
Could I cast a spell on him as a bonus action?
If you have a spell that is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll
so-
say in the casting time if that's a bonus action.
So one action. Alright, give me a second. One action. One reaction. What's a reaction?
That's when you're getting hit.
Okay. Just kidding. Maybe I don't have any bonus actions.
It's not uncommon for you not to have a bonus action, like I said. At this
Wait a
level.
minute. I do have one.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
It's called Shadow Blade.
Oh, so that's probably a melee.
It's a melee.
Yeah.
So you'd have to be right next to him.
yeah, that I guess just let him run because I was gonna just cast another spell
Right.
on him to keep
Kill
him
the
from running
motherfucker.
off because he might come back with more.
He gone. And he gone. Alright, Anafet, you are next.
Okay.
You
You
have.
remind me of Will Forte a little bit, by the way. Like not in the physical appearance, like
In isms.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
can see
your
that.
like just your comedic presence reminds me of Will Forte.
Oh.
Yeah, have you ever seen Last Man on Earth?
Mm-mm.
You should. Okay, shameless plug for that TV show because it's amazing.
By
You
the
should
way,
definitely
Last Man
check
on
it
Earth,
out.
if you want to sponsor us, that's okay.
No, FX us looking at you.
Like, looking at you, FX. Laugh out loud. Give us money.
Laugh out
Laugh out loud.
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Like, you know, like LOL. I was just not
like you
saying
actually-
LOL.
It's too close to a gaming.
I guess you're
channel
right.
acronym,
LOL.
Yeah.
Laugh out loud. Laugh out gaming. Give us money. There you go.
Log.
Lol, log.
Lol long.
Can we?
Turn. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, shit. Okay. Here I am. So it's just that one guy left.
Yep.
And then I moved speed 30, so that means.
So you can
like,
move up 30
5.
feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so 6 squares.
Loud hiccup.
Yeah, it was like one of those like fake hiccups when people are like, achoo! And you're like, was that a real sneeze? Like,
I mean, all my hiccups are like that. I don't get the hiccups. I just have the one hiccup that is always really loud, and it's just loud enough for people to turn and look at me and be like, "Yep, I got your attention," and that was it.
that's all, sorry.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Do it.
Do the thing with the magic.
Do the thing so hard.
Okay. So from
She
behind
said-
my cover,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to grab the nearest and heaviest rock that I can find, and I'm going to use my catapult cantrip.
Awesome. So yeah, right next to you, there's a couple relatively large pieces of boulders. Some that are too large for you to pick up, but one of them you kind of like, oh, and it like is like beyond your strength really. But you focus your energy into yourself, and you kind of focus onto your like arcane focus, and you feel your strength start to like build up. And it's like your arms
It works
like
because my 2 rings are on either side of them.
yeah, I imagine that it's on either side of him, like you're holding it, and it's like, or actually you probably would cup it underneath like this.
So I could
Engaging the rings.
Yeah.
And then like you would kind of slide it to the side, and I imagine you kind of do like a trebuchet with your arms. You swing
And
it
it
like
almost like
back,
centers the energy into the
Yep.
center of the boulder.
and just poof, and throw it
Spirit
forward.
ball.
So go ahead, and it's going to be a ranged spell attack, correct?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's a dexterity saving throw.
By them, okay?
Yeah.
Explain what a dexterity
Yeah,
saving
explain.
throw is.
So as you throw the boulder into the air, the creature sees it and has the potential to jump out of the way to try to take less or more damage.
Or to just dodge it completely.
In order to dodge it completely. He rolled a 12. What is your save?
I believe her save is 13.
It'll
Where do
be-
we find our save at?
It'll be at the top of your sheet, right next to the +5 for your spells on that third sheet for you, or that second sheet for you.
Yeah,
Where-
13.
13.
So my save is 13. I'm gonna write that down, so just so I know for next time.
Yeah.
So it does not succeed.
Okay, so on the top, I see it.
13.
Yeah, so the creature fails.
Yeah, so the creature fails, so it takes full damage.
Alright, so when the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Jeez, 3d8.
D8, that's the pyramid.
Pyramid.
one,
Do you want
right?
some more?
That's the. Oh, you want here?
Rolled 3 of them. Feels so good.
3 of these. It's yes, that one as well.
So whenever you get a 3d8, is that when you have to, or like the 2d or whatever?
Yeah,
that's when you
how
roll
many
multiple?
dice 8 or
Okay.
dice 6?
So
Gotcha.
3,
I was
6,
wondering where
and
that little
8.
other number came into play.
So 14. That's 17 damage.
17 damage,
Whoa.
which, by the way, is over its total hit points. As you
Fucking
You-
killed it.
you-
fling the rock through the space, like it. I imagine that you kind of like focus in with your arcanic
It like
energy,
evaporates.
There's the
And,
rock
yeah.
size. There's a rock size hole in the creature.
and the rock is just gone. Like the rock just hits it and just explodes. And where there was once a goblin, there is now like this pile of maybe goblin. It's kind of like
Goblin goo?
Goblin goo. like, ladies and gentlemen, goblin jelly brought to you by Quaker or whatever.
And so that's one of my
Yeah,
spells.
that-
Like, so
that's
I've-
a first level
until
spell.
we long
Can
rest.
you pass
Right, okay.
the all-goblin? Can you pass me some goblin?
Why? Yeah, it's made
All from
with
cover, guys. All
real
from cover.
goblin. Like,
all well uncovered, guys. Just know.
yeah,
I
no,
did that.
it's
I did that.
he is not only
Decimated.
dead, but he is decimated. In D&D, so just for you guys know, in 5th edition,
Fatality.
if you take over your total hit points in damage, you die outright. It's not like death saves, you are fucking dead. So this guy technically is like on the ground.
Like struggling. Like
This guy
but-
is
but-
jelly.
no longer exists.
So am I covered in goblin jelly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you are splash.
Sorry.
You are Gallagher splash zone so hard.